Check out this photo that was sent in by Curtis Sheppard. Thank you very much for sharing this. A funnel cloud out there in the Philippines. I know a few people actually mentioned this to me. And, you know, these are not terribly uncommon in the Philippines and the tropics in general. You do see water spouts quite often, usually on the EF0 side. So relatively weak, but not weak. They're definitely not the supercell type of events you see maybe in Tornado Alley back in the States. But all thanks to kind of the intertropical convergence zone continue to linger over the Philippines. You have plenty of convection out there. Meanwhile, back towards the north, the rainy season front is still in play. And actually, I had some little tidbits about that I'll get to in just a second. But this is the key thing. Invest 96W off of the coastline of the Philippines. Going to bring some rainfall, maybe a bit of a relief from the heat because my goodness, Pangasinan, 51 degrees heat index was reported this past weekend. So definitely still hot back towards the north. But with that invest area, I wouldn't say a tropical storm is in the forecast, but some of the guidance indicating an increase in scattered showers really this week, especially in the latter part of this week heading into the weekend across basically from Manila south. And that means a reduction in those heat indices because boy, it has been hot. The problem is, we have seen it with the intertropical convergence zone still in play, is that you get too much rainfall in a short period of time, there is that chance of some localized flooding. This is from Bagasa. This is their graphic, not mine. Low pressure area from the 10th to the 16th of May. So basically this week, forming up there where that invest area is and tracking across the Philippines. And then they also expect maybe another one next week. I'm going to continue to monitor that. But I'm more concerned about this one at this point because this is the more near-term event that could be taking place. Before I get into the details of the forecast, I do want to thank everybody on Patreon. I just put these names in here. So thank you very much, everybody who's been helping out there. Oh my goodness. It's, you know, if you notice the graphics have been changing a little bit, and I got a big change in the graphical forecast as well coming up here in the near future. So definitely looking forward to that. You know, if you submit $2, $6, $10 a month, $2 a month even helps out. We're going to get to these graphics here in the near future from Metro Weather. And I'm so excited. All right. Not what I'm excited for is this heavy rainfall out here. And, you know, here's a look ahead as we go ahead into Friday. Got that moisture continuing to cruise onshore by Saturday, lifting further towards the north, basically stretching across Visayas, northern Mindanao, and then eventually pulling off here, possibly towards Manila as we wrap up the weekend. GFS more aggressive on this, ECMWF a little bit less. Those are kind of the two big models we tend to look at, but key thing is they both still do show plenty of rainfall basically across Visayas and stretching back towards the south, not so much towards the north, but could get at least an increase in cloud cover and some scattered showers to provide a bit of relief back towards northern Luzon. So no named storm systems in the forecast, at least according to JMA. If Bagasa does want to name a tropical depression, I would be surprised, but you know, I wouldn't rule it out with them. They tend to name things I don't think should be named. It remains hot in the tropic zone. This isn't just a Philippine problem. Across the Indochina Peninsula, too. And the rainy season front still remaining in southern Japan over towards eastern China. In fact, it's lifting north earlier than typical. The second earliest start for the rainy season in Kyushu on record. It's been lifting towards north. They have official starts to the rainy season here across Japan. And actually, remember, the cherry blossom season started crazy early here, too. I would say climate change, for sure. But the other thing, more of a near-term impact, is that the further this lifts towards the north, the earlier it does, the quicker the sea surface temperatures will warm back up yet again here around Okinawa, which indicates more energy for tropical system development. But typically it's, you know, we're not until mid-June when it starts to pull past towards Kyushu. So, you know, this is lifting pretty quickly off towards the north here. Anyways, that's all for now. Just if you want to hit that subscribe button, I truly appreciate it. Check out that Patreon. If you're still watching all the way through this video, I know in these updates when I don't have a tropical system to talk about, I try to touch on a lot of different aspects here. I think sometimes I kind of get lost in where my point is. And if you're still watching all the way through and you found this whole video very useful, let me know. If you didn't find it useful, let me know too. I always appreciate all that feedback. Of course, as always, here's a key thing. Stay safe out there.